That sounded like a friendly yes. Was that Carolyn? Was that you?
That's me with my allergies. Sorry. It was in between saying yes and a cough. So sorry.
I'm right there with you. I get it. I get it. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and just kick it off. We have a very loose agenda today. Not many people shared agenda items, so can do a little bit of talking. We'll probably get out of here a little bit early, but I do have time at the back end for individuals who would like to give information. We usually don't have that much time for open forum, but we likely will today. But thank you all again for coming. For those unfamiliar, my name is Greg Ashudo. I'm the executive director of Charlotte East. We are the community development organization dedicated to building social and economic capital on the east side, particularly around the Eastland Mall redevelopment project. So today, I was looking at kind of our minutes from last meeting and then realized this meeting was the first meeting we had a month ago, when we were anticipating Border Patrol. So it has been a month since we have either been in preparation or in the moment or aftermath of. We pivoted those meetings to be really focused specifically on the immigration Border Patrol topic. But these, for those of you who are new, these meetings are just open community forums. So community curated agenda, and then we just take it from there. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and give a few updates about how things are going a month after, Border Patrol. And I see some of our partner agencies are on the call. So Alba or sure I'm not losing out on anybody. If anybody else would like to share and give feedback on where things currently are standing in the wake of the Border Patrol operation, I'm going to speak largely from a small business perspective. We met and convened about 30 of our small businesses a couple nights ago to just talk about how are things going. You know, where are the gaps? Are the customers coming back at the same levels? Just to try to get an overall assessment. Because we just had the original numbers from the first weeks of individuals being shut down. So where we're at today, still seeing an incredibly wide disruptive impact to our small business ecosystem. I do believe that we're going to see a number of closures. I have not been told any directly, but just looking at now, it's going on about 3 weeks of either extremely reduced or completely eliminated sales. We were in last night. I took a group of teachers out for a holiday dinner at one of our restaurants. Great restaurant. If you've never been to Mariscos Nayarit on Almar Road, which used to be La Riviera. Great Mexican seafood. They have steaks, Tex-Mex. We were they seat probably about 150, 200 people in there. We were the only guests that were eating in the dining room. I mean, there were still large numbers of vacancies just throughout. There were a few folks at the bar, but in talking with their staff as well, the weeks have been dead. The weekends, there's been a little bit of a pickup, but still not significant. We're seeing the businesses that don't get any of the, as they call, quote unquote, the American foot traffic, producing roughly 30% of their product as they normally do. Otherwise, they're throwing it out. We're seeing, still talking with daycare providers, schools and teachers, that their attendance is not back to normal at all, and they just kind of a wait and see until after the holidays at this point. So that's where we're at. I mean, the assessment of our small business ecosystem is not great. I know this is just one vantage point that I'm speaking from. It's just a small business perspective, but we did run an initiative that is that has ended. But thank you to all who participated and who joined in the Fuerza del Este initiative, which we wanted to pump money back very quickly into our small business ecosystem by doing a matching gift card program. we thought we would have enough funds to stretch it out through the month of December. We had to cut it at 1 week. Ended up having about 220 unique purchases, totaling, that number's a little bit low now because we keep going through it, but totaling about $16,000. And then on our end, we're going to push out $17,000 in gift cards at the beginning of January, as well as doing teacher dinners and community dinners throughout the first quarter to bring people back into these spaces that are not being visited right now. And I pulled this presentation from our business meeting the other night. I just wanted to kind of share with community. Of our purchases, I think you can kind of see where the most frequent have been grocery stores, Compare Foods, Savoy, Mana Supermarket. But then, we have traditional food and bev, Tacos on Novato, Send Me, folks that it has been really encouraging, I guess I will see, to see the demographics that typically will not go into some establishments just because they're not familiar, not used to going into a Compare Foods or a Savoy or they've been frequenting those with much more recurring visits. And it's been interesting too. I know this is a small graphic, but to see dollars spent, it's been cool. I mean, that we've had through this initiative, which we've had like 300 businesses that were eligible to visit. I think there were 80 unique businesses that have been visited, which has been really great. We've seen some new traffic go to tire shops, go to beauty salons, go to little tiendas. But again, this kind of shares a comprehensive snapshot of what our top businesses in terms of foot traffic have been recently because of this initiative. And we do have some retail that's been in there that's been supported, but I share all this because we already had it prepared and I wanted to give kind of an update. But B is to encourage and implore you, if you have the means to do so, to please shop local. And this is not going to be just for this month, for the next quarter. The ripple effect I really thought would be we would see kind of some bounce back at the end of the first quarter. I didn't expect the drop of traffic to continue for this long, because many individuals that would be frequenting a lot of these establishments in our community, they're still not back at work. The money is not there to go back into the ecosystem. Uh, so it's very challenging. What I'm going to do again after the call is make sure that I share our comprehensive list of businesses again to visit. But a big, easy way to get money back into our economy quickly, shop at the grocery stores. I mean, Compare, Safeway, Mana, Danny's, they've all been doing free delivery. They've all been doing great supports to our neighbors. And I think it's just a really easy, low lift way for individuals to change up their routines, maybe just on a weekly basis, to just think about the way that they spend differently. It would be a huge help. On the school front, I don't know if we have any folks on the call representing CMS right now, but speaking with a number of teachers and principals and parents and other nonprofits that work directly with children, yeah, the attendance is still very low. I mean, it's bounced back, but it's not at the same levels, and it varies again if you're elementary school, high school. I think the elementary school has bounced back a bit. There's still gaps, but I think the high school numbers are still pretty low. So that is where we're at on the a month later front. We are just continuing to plug along and to promote and push things out about our businesses. And I think all of the work that's being done collectively through our nonprofits really probably tells a larger story. So I don't know who's on the call. Do we have Jordan? If you don't have anything to add, or Alba, from a R Bridge / Latin American Coalition standpoint, if you all have anything, feel free to do so. But otherwise, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next agenda item. Okay, we'll do so. And we can come back to you. We can come back to you as well if you want to shoot me. We can make some time. So ultimately, my last pitch, just shop local, shop local. I'm gonna go ahead and pitch it to Rachel. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Greg. I'm Rachel Guzman. I am the president of the Windsor Park neighborhood. Windsor Park is like located between Kilbourne, Central, Sharon Amity, and Shamrock. So we're kind of on all these sides. Our homes, we've got actually 2,800 homes that make up Windsor Park. So we're a pretty large voluntary neighborhood association. We've got two programs that we are offering just the greater East Side that I wanted to share. We're in our fifth year for our Letters to Santa program, and I will go ahead and put in the chat actually the information about this as well. So this is in partnership with Aldersgate. And so between now and December 19th, whether you're on the naughty list or the nice list, you can write a letter to Santa and you will receive a letter back. The friendly elves, wink, wink, are helping Santa at Aldersgate to write back to the children. And so it's a really great partnership. There's no cost. You don't even need to provide a stamp. This is a very magical mailbox. And so as long as you provide your return address and get the letter in before December 19th, then you will receive a letter back. So again, just super excited to do this again with Aldersgate. Other thing that we are doing and opening up to the greater East Side is that we're going to do a Walking in a Windsor Wonderland. This is our third year hosting this. Every month we meet for a community stroll. And we truly move at the speed of the neighborhood. Sometimes it's just a few blocks that we make it, and sometimes we make it a mile. It's very accessible to everyone. So whether you are truly training for a marathon or just want to socialize, we would love for you to join us. This month, December 14th, we're opening it up to everyone on the East Side to come and participate. We're going to meet at the Urban Farm at Aldersgate. There's free parking there. We'll meet at 9. We'll probably take off between 9 and 9:05. Again, we're not a very fast group, so even if you're moving a little bit slow of arrival time, you're probably going to see us walking down the street. And so we have a holiday hub map where we have asked for neighbors to put their address in if they have some fun decorations. And then we're going to curate our walk through the neighborhood based on the map. If you can't join us, we would love for you to just come drive through our neighborhood at your own time. And the hub map is on our website, so wpclt.org. And you can see the map of all of the homes that have submitted for their home decorations. So come visit Windsor Park.
Rachel, thank you so much. And the web, what is it? It's WP, what is the website? I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, wpclt.org.
WP. Okay. I don't know, my internet is acting up too. Does it automatically go to wpneighbors.com?
Yes,
Okay, okay. So let me make sure I'm on the right one.
it's just easier to say
I got you.
like that
I
than
got you. So you
WP
bought the
Neighbors.
domain. So I'm in the correct place,
Yeah,
correct?
you got it. And so right
Okay.
there, if you click for the holiday hub, that will take you to the map. Um, and if you're a neighbor, you can put your address in there too to be
Beautiful.
included in the map.
Is this the map down here? Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. So I do want to shout out because I know we have some other neighborhood leaders on the call and folks that are trying to get going with neighborhood organizing. Um, Rachel, what y'all do at Windsor Park is just phenomenal. Your social events, the neighborhood events. I know you did a very similar interactive map for Halloween for trick or treating as
Yes.
well. Um, and just your the activities that you all do on a frequent recurring basis. Rachel, if you don't mind like sharing your contact, whatever the best way is to reach you, because I know there's some folks that are in neighborhoods that want to get some things going that are similar that probably would want to pick your brain because I think you guys are one of the best examples of ways that's like you've really digitized and made some things a little bit more accessible on that kind of a format to plug into the new growth that we've seen over the past few years.
Yeah,
So
thank you so much. I will put my info in here.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's a really, it's a great time. It's a great time. Actually, I don't know why I'm saying it's a great time. Embarrassingly, I don't think I've been to one of your events this year. I'm gonna have to come through next weekend. Okay.
Come on through.
All
We're
right.
fun.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um, all right. Let me get back to my presentation. I believe I had some other events that I wanted to share that are going on over the next few weekends. I know it's a very um, busy time of year. We have, let me go to this. Okay, here we go. A couple events that I want to highlight, and I know some of the representatives for these events are actually on the call. So, Taste of Louise, I did it the same thing I did yesterday. Children of the World Light Up the Winter Night. Louise, would you like to share anything about that, or do you want me to go ahead? Well, I'll get going.
Okay,
And
here we go. I'm sorry, I had it on mute. Just wanted to invite everybody to come. It's going to be a wonderful, free multicultural event with 37 trees lit, flower, music from all over the world, just fun. It's also a fundraiser for Children of the World Learning Center, which is a dual language multicultural preschool at Century 9 Methodist. But the fundraising is from silent auction and other things people can choose to purchase. But but the activities for children, Santa and all those things, face painting are free. So we want people to come, whether you're going to spend money or not. And certainly we would like to invite folks to come who are interested in, if you're interested in gifts and things or hot chocolate, then you can certainly have that, and that will benefit the preschool. But we want it to be a community event. So please invite any child because seeing the trees lit up, seeing the eyes of the children light up when they see the lit trees is worth going. Thank you.
no, thank you. And you all have been doing this, yeah, 5 years now. So
Yes.
it's a really nice event. For those of you who don't know where the preschool is, it's at Central United Methodist, right across from Morisco's Nayarit on Albemarle Road, and it's a great time. So if you have the time to come out, I would encourage you to do so. Uh,
Thank you.
the middle event, and if I make my screen bigger, it's gonna X out of the whole presentation. But CMPD, and I wish Nimish were on the call, but CMPD is holding a Blue Winter Wonderland Santa free toys family friendly event, the Independence Division on the 20th, and I will send all these flyers out. But they're doing it at I believe the Hindu Center. So that is the address 6711 City View Drive. So there are a few businesses that are supporting this too, like the Bodega Deli, which is on Albemarle Road next to the Chuck E. Cheese. Through next Friday, if you bring in a toy, you get 20% off a sandwich. So they're they're really trying to lean into this. So I would highly encourage as well if you can make it out to that event if you have little ones or if you have neighbors who have little ones to share that information about that. Miss Venetra, would you like to share a little bit about the Frankie May Foundation / your event next week?
Yeah. So, hi everybody. So the Frankie May Foundation is having our third annual holiday party It's geared towards family caregivers, but also those in the aging population. So if you know a caregiver, if you are a caregiver, or if you're in that aging population, there's a QR code there. Um, Register. You're more than welcome to come. So just spread the word to caregivers and the aging population.
Thank you. And the last event I would like to highlight is on December 12th, which is Friday. The Charlotte Museum of History is doing holidays on the home site. Their rock house. They're doing food trucks, a hot cocoa, walk around Christmas decorations, and it's a free event. They're asking for in lieu of entry, like $5 donation to the museum or something like that. But they're really leaning into this as well, and I think it'd be a great time for folks to just get out. Y'all, it's been a dark season. It's been a difficult season. It's been, Venetia, we were talking about that earlier. It's been very grating on a lot of people. I hope over the next few weeks, as much as possible, those who are able and in a position to do so, just lean into the positive, because we need it. We need it. And thank you all for on the call for putting these events together, including Rachel, you guys at Windsor Park, because bringing community together in shared spaces is like the best thing that we can do. Like truly, it's the best thing we can do. Stronger neighborhoods, stronger communities. That's what it takes. So thank you all for these events. I would like to, before I go to the open forum section, ask if anybody has other events that they would like to lift up for their organizations.
I do. I have one.
Hey, Joanne.
Hey, I was trying to type in, and two brain cells, got to give it one. The other one takes you off of silence. Anyway, I'm inviting everyone here and to tell everyone to please come and have lunch at Galilee on us on Tuesday, December 16th from 11:30 to 2. We're also having a coat and clothing giveaway that includes children's clothes. And when we were talking about the impact of what's going on, I don't, I don't know. Well, I do know how it works, but Galilee is feeding hundreds now, and it is through. It's like a station of the Underground Railroad. We don't know who, but like someone will come in, like the Casavita Church came in the other day after asking for food for 20 families, 20 households. And so we are doing it every day, nonstop. And we don't know where the food goes because someone may just be willing to carry it to them. That sense of safety is not been returned. And people are being picked up all the time. But anyway, this coming Tuesday, it's free. It's in the flag hall. Just come and, be warm together because this has been rough, just like what you said, Greg. Greg, this is like a wounded healer kind of feeling. All of us to take care of either and tell people we have plenty for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Will you shoot me the date and that? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I do want to lift up in the chat, Josie, you shared an event. If you'd like to speak on that. Let me see. Well, if so, actually, we have two. So Josie shared Families for Liberation art event. This is this Sunday here at the office. Y'all don't know the office. The Charlotte is Home Center, 3400 Shamrock Drive. A collective fundraiser for, or is it a fundraiser or is it a just an event? Okay, it's a fundraiser for Carolina Migrant Network with multiple joint organizations. So that sounds like a really good time. Okay, Sunday 1 to 4. Awesome kid-friendly event. Jillian, would you like to speak on that?
I can try.
Okay.
So it's put on by Aspire. The woman behind that is Miss Rebecca Moss. She is a healthcare, mental health provider here in East Charlotte. She invited me to it a long while back. It's at Albemarle Road Middle School on Saturday, this Saturday. I believe it's from 12:30 to 3:30. 12 to 3:30. Gotcha. They are giving away like school supplies and winter clothes and things like that to those in need. The drive part of it to get those supplies is already over. But if you'd like to come out and support the festival by, buying a ticket and coming and just being part of the giving and the spirit of it, that is happening on Saturday.
And thank you so much, Jillian. And I'm going to screenshot this so I don't lose it. So a lot of great things, a lot of positive things that are happening right now, and wonderful opportunities to plug in. I did get asked separately about, and I'm going to go back to the immigration piece for a second before we go to the open forum. I was asked about the city relief fund that was set up, $100,000. I'm going to tell you how it worked. $100,000 was given to one central agency, and then there were multiple other referral agencies that were able to submit referrals for their people, their program participants, to receive that pocket of money. But to this point, that has been the only emergency relief. I have been very, I don't know the right term to use it, very vocal about the need for the larger business community to step up. And I've had pointed conversations, both privately and publicly. There's too much wealth in this community and too many funds that are just given away for purposes that should be coded for emergencies. Thus, for example, we don't have a remaining ARPA balance for some of the emergency supports that we could have provided to small businesses right now. And there is not an apparatus being set up for small business emergency relief at this point in time. I hope and I do trust, especially with some of the new nature of the city council dynamics and committees that are going to be announced soon, that there will be some more of a push to prioritize small business supports for economic development instead of just business recruitment and tax breaks for corporations, which has been largely what we've done over the past few years as a city. And I'm sorry, and I'm also answering somebody's question specifically that asked me about that bucket of money. But to this point, there is no funding that's been set up for any other kind of relief, with the exception of nonprofits' existing money that I know a lot of nonprofits are dipping into their own reserves to be able to cover emergency needs. I did have a conversation with another one today, a healthcare provider, that they are diligently working on making packages for families to deliver to some of their patients. So there are a lot of people stepping up in very quiet ways, but having a huge impact. But in terms of the public funding, no, it is just that $100,000 that was given to one agency to be split to 5 other agencies as referring partners. So yeah, that's where the things stand with the funding mechanism for the emergency relief. I do, and I'll see if y'all can't tell. I think a lot of us in this space are like pretty worn down right now and pretty in need of a break. So I do think though, when the new year comes back around, this will be long-term conversations that we'll put back in front of people's faces about, hey, we need to get this set up because there is going to be a next time. Because the operation hasn't stopped. I mean, the Border Patrol is not here, but we're still having heavy ICE activity on a pretty frequent basis. With that said, I would like to open it up if anybody has any other agenda items that they would like to share about something that's going on in your neighborhood, something that's going on with your organization, a school. Now would be the time to do so.
Hi, hello.
Hey,
Go ahead,
Alba.
Alba. Sorry.
Hello. I can give you an update about what we're doing here at the Latin American Coalition, but I don't know if the other lady want to start first, and I can go after her.
I think you're.
No, go ahead, Alba.
Okay, thank you. So from our side, it continues very slow. Not many families are coming to the Latin American Coalition. I mean in present, but they are continuously calling us. I just want to give you a little update of the data that we been working in that 2.5 weeks that was this operation, we have about 768 families that contacted us during that time. That was enormous amount of families calling us when I see the monthly reports. 6,800 families, half of the families were asking for food donation, and other half were requesting rental assistance. That was at the time this information, the 100,000 was shared with the city, that the city was going to work with the other organizations. And from that, as I believe Jose shared with all of you, at the beginning we have identified 28 families, but later working with the data, we now have 38 families that were directly impacted. And we are working with that 38 families to be able to see and understand if the families have the work with the requirements to be able to submit these applications. I know we already been contacting 30 of them. We have submitted half of the applications, and the other families we are still waiting. But what I want to the point on sharing this data is, even when we have more than 300 people requesting assistance for rental, it was not possible, and it's not possible to cover that need. So that means that it's a lot of families, sadly, that yes, they are going to lose their houses. They are unable to pay their bills. That is going to be a lot of more work in the community. I've been trying to work with my team, my ladies here and everybody else in the coalition, to see how many of these families, or have a better percentage of the families around Eastside, to kind of like a focus in working with these families. But at the same time, we are also going to be focused with the detainees families. So a lot of the work is starting from just right now. Our main focus, and I mean the coalition also, Jose can share with all of you later in some of the meetings, that we are going to focus on case management with these families. That means not only food, but see how possible it is to assist or not with rental assistance programs, working with the USA passport for their kids, thinking about family reunification, power of attorney, working with the consulates. We are going to work with the Honduras, Salvador, Mexico, to be able to have a more stable relationship, or one-on-one to be able to support these families. Because again, many of these families will be looking for family reunification. Another thing that the coalition is going to do is to provide a legal consultation to these 38 families to understand where their process to go back to their countries, if they want to think about going in their own terms, or thinking about auto deportations. So all of that conversations, uncountable conversations, is things that we are going to be, we hoping to be able to assist our families. So that is what's going on here. Right now, we do not have many events because we want to protect our community. We don't want to make anyone coming to here. Still, people is coming. I say it's less, but we have some people. We have an event here yesterday where our city council was present. We were holding another event related to mental health, and we have about 40 people that show up. But we did, at the same time, we canceled, the vaccinations with Noval, the atrium clinic assisting is slowed down too. So we are trying to do our best, like all of you. And whenever I have more information, Jose or myself will be sharing with all of you. And also, I want to take the time to thank everyone for their support. And I have a data here that I can share with all of you. From that 768 families, 362 families were able to receive food donation. 300 of them was delivery, and all of that was with your support, with a lot of the members around this area in Eastside that were coming to donate food and also delivering to our families. So thank you very much for all of that. Right now, we are continuing supporting families with food needs, but with Nourish Shop. We are trying to go back to the normalities if it's possible, but we are taking one day at a time. So that's what I can share with you. If you have any questions for me, I'm happy. And again, from my heart, thank you so much for everything that you've been doing with our families.
Thank you, Abba.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Are you all, a couple questions, the best way to support the coalition is obviously it's through direct donation, correct? That is the best way right now, because I know a lot of our partners are also have been getting a lot of food, a lot of things, and it's just sometimes the logistics are difficult to manage. But are you all still accepting food donations or just monetary?
We do. We have a room right here, and we are putting all the donations. And every time when families are coming, we are giving to them. So we do. It's not going to be big like at those 2 weeks, but we are still receiving donations. And also about financial donations, the coalition is also considering do like a case management with these 38 families for 30 days, 60 days. So that financial assistance at some point will be for that, with the intention to support probably rental assistance or utilities.
Okay.
But it depends also how much we receive to support families.
Okay. Now with obviously with the city money that you all were referrals to, correct? Like you guys made the referrals to crisis assistance.
Crisis assistance, yes.
But that money, correct me if I'm wrong, but individuals had to have social security numbers, correct?
For the city funding, yes.
For that. Okay.
That's what they told us. And for the other funds that the crisis administrate, they can have a social security or W-7.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry that I did not catch who was the other individual that was trying to share.
I've got more to share.
Oh yeah, please, Rachel, please.
Yeah, so just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware that the City of Charlotte has a additional grant program. It's called a Community Micro Grant. This is the lowest barrier to entry of a grant that I've ever applied to with the city. There's not any type of matching from volunteer hours or dollars. And overall, the application was really easy. So low barrier. The funding is between $500 to $5,000 that you can get at any given time. And we applied for it as a neighborhood association, and we're awarded $5,000. And we use the money to purchase board games for every student at Windsor Park Elementary. So over Christmas break, they're each going to get their own board game to take home to try to just, build some good family fun time away for winter break. And I just highly encourage you to apply for this. Again, it was super easy to apply. They're pretty broad for the type of projects that you can use the funding for. But the goal is that it is bringing communities together. And so they gave examples of that. It could be like a fitness or a nutrition class that you want to host, or an emergency preparedness workshop. There's lots of different opportunities in here. And so again, my information I put in the chat. And so if you want help with applying for it, I would love to help you because this one is an easy one.
Thank you so much. And I think, yeah, I got to look into that because the flexibility, um, flexibility on that is key. Tanya.
Hey, Greg, thanks.
Yep.
This is for you and Alba and anybody else on the call. So one of the things I'm trying to work with some researchers in the business community is to figure out how we can measure the economic impact of the disruptions as a result of the ICE raids. And so one of the things they're looking at is the business disruptions in the targeted zip codes, but they're also trying to figure out what else can be measured. So we don't have to do it on this call, but I would love to hear from some of the other advocates or folks on this call who can help me think through what else could we measure so we can really determine the economic impact on our communities here and the broader city at large too, not just the targeted zip codes in the neighborhoods that were hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Please come with me. Contact us. We have the data that we can share.
And I think another piece of Alba, do you guys have good data right now on like who are people, because I know the answer to this, but are people going back to work, right? Do you have like any kind of data that shows that people are still not coming back to work at the same levels?
I believe one of the Economic World Center, they probably able to share
Okay.
information. And I want to clarify when I say we have data to share, of course, with Jose authorization.
Yeah. No, of course,
Yeah,
of course,
we are
of
not,
course.
yeah, but we do because we hear and we see our community daily. So yes.
Okay. Thank
Mhm.
you. Thank you. Carolyn?
Yeah, thanks. Real quick, Rachel, thank you for that information on the micro grant. I had a follow up. Are you having any problems with getting your payments from the City of Charlotte Procurement Office? Because that's why we've held up applying for any more grants because we're still waiting on a grant being paid back to us from July, and they keep telling us the procurement office is behind. So, we take money out of our account waiting on them to pay us back. So if you want to talk offline, that's fine. But that's the main reason we haven't applied for any more grants right now with the City of Charlotte.
Let's
Yeah,
all.
same. So check came in the mail today from a grant that we closed out in July.
Okay.
And so we do have a private neighbor is funding the cost up front
Okay.
with the understanding that the neighborhood will reimburse them. And so we feel very fortunate for that, but
Yeah.
it is this grant you do need to pay up front and then be reimbursed.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk more on offline, but thank you for that. And for anybody on here knows that I've served on a lot of city and county boards and commissions, and after the first of the year, anyone on here or spread this to your neighbors and your friends, we need District 5, City Council District 5, and County Commission District 4 residents to really step up and take a look at the different boards and commissions so we have actual voices on these boards and commissions because it goes a long way having our voices being heard. So I know we all have really busy schedules and lives, but if there's any way possible, please take a look at all the lists. You can go to the City of Charlotte website or Mecklenburg County website, and it lists all their boards and commissions and see if there's one that you can find that you're passionate about or interested in. And please, apply for it and then let your city council person or county commissioner know that you've applied. It's just kind of, I won't use the word shameful, but it's kind of sad that for the last 10 years, we've had very, very, very little representation from District 5 on any city boards and commissions or county commission boards. So I'm just putting out that plea to everyone. We've got a great city council member now in this seat that's going to fight for us, and this would really help him fight for our district. So I'll get off my soapbox now. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for sharing. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, Carolyn. And with that, y'all, we are at time. You all have a wonderful holiday. Please reach out if you all need anything.
Greg, did you say you were going to send out a list of the businesses?
Yes, let me do that right now. I
Okay,
already have
great.
it.
So,
Yeah, I already
so
have
if
it
we
set
got
up.
the invitation to this call, we'll get
You'll
that
get
link.
it. You'll get it.
Great.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank y'all. Thank
Can
y'all.
you
All
keep the
right,
line
bye,
open a little bit longer?
everybody.
Everything. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
Bye. Thank you.
gonna stay on for our Shannon Park and Eastwood
Yeah.
Park and
Our
Windsor Park
collab.
folks. Did Rachel jump off? No, Rachel's on. Okay.
Greg, I'm going to call you afterwards.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Bye-bye. Thank you. All right. Let me